No, we haven't. I think that's in the past. We're teammates now, and we have one goal. That's to win a championship. And I'm coming in. I want to win a championship too, and I'm pretty sure that's her main goal too. So whatever I can do to help win a championship, that's the goal right now.
She almost walked away from basketball completely because of one moment the entire world saw. A moment that lasted maybe 5 seconds. A moment that wasn't supposed to mean anything. But somehow, it turned into one of the most talked about clips in women's college basketball, and nearly ended Raven Johnson's career.
Bro, the Fever really selected Raven Johnson as the number 10 pick to come play with Clark. Do y'all remember this? Clark waving her off in college, and then she recently was talking in an interview about it again, about how she got waved off, and now they gonna be playing together.
Before it ever truly began. And here's the twist nobody saw coming. The same player at the center of that moment? She's now her teammate. Yeah, this story didn't go the way anyone expected. It all goes back to 2023. Final Four. The stage couldn't be bigger. Iowa Hawkeyes versus South Carolina Gamecocks. And right in the middle of it all, Caitlin Clark, already the biggest name in college basketball at the time. She was putting up numbers nobody could ignore, pulling up from deep like it was nothing, and carrying Iowa on one of the most electric runs the sport had seen in years. But in the middle of that game,
I got bullied. I got called all these things that I wasn't, aka like a monkey or this, I don't know, like it was just things like that. And I just think I wanted to quit basketball at that time. And I wanted to just go in this little bubble of isolation and just be by myself. And I think, I leaned on God. I had some wonderful teammates, wonderful people in my life, like I said, and they helped me find that light, and it put so much fuel to the fire to me to go back the next year, and we went undefeated and met that team again, and we beat them. So I think it was all
something happened. Raven Johnson was standing at the three-point line, wide open, no defender in sight. And instead of closing out, Clark waved her off. Literally told her, "I'm not guarding you out there." Now, in basketball terms, that strategy, it happens all the time. Players dare others to shoot if they're not seen as a threat from deep. But this wasn't just any game. This was the Final Four. Cameras everywhere, millions watching, and that one gesture, it exploded. The clip went viral almost.
She's a goofy person. I think a lot of people don't really know her outside of basketball. Outside of basketball, she's funny. Like, she has so much personality. I think that's what people need to know about her. Like, her personality goes a long way, and she's a great person. And I think that goes, like, she helps me through every little thing. Like, I could ask a question
instantly. Social media got a hold of it and twisted it into something way bigger than it was supposed to be. What should have stayed a basketball decision turned into a full-blown narrative. Disrespect, embarrassment, humiliation. And just like that, Raven Johnson became the target. But what came next had nothing to do with basketball anymore. The internet didn't hold back, not even a little. What started as jokes quickly turned into something darker. Way darker. Comment sections filled up. People who had never watched her play before suddenly had opinions. And not just criticism, we're talking about straight-up harassment. Johnson later revealed just how bad it got. The kind of messages nobody should ever have to read. The kind that stick with you long after you log off. Fans crossed lines they had no business crossing. And the worst part? It didn't stop. It just kept coming, day after day. It got so overwhelming that she started to question everything. Not just that moment, but her entire future in basketball. And for a while, it looked like the internet might actually win. Because behind the scenes, Raven Johnson was breaking. She's talked about it since, how that period pushed her into one of the darkest places she'd ever been. Not just frustration, not just anger, but real isolation. The kind where you just want to disappear for a while. Get away from everything, from everyone. She wasn't thinking about improving her shot. She wasn't thinking about next season. She was thinking about quitting, walking away from the game she'd spent her whole life building toward. And that's the part most people didn't see. They saw the clip. They saw the jokes. But they didn't see what it did to her behind closed doors. And for a moment, it really felt like that viral clip was going to define her entire career. But then, something changed. Instead of walking away, she stayed. She went back to South Carolina Gamecocks, back to her teammates, back to the grind. And more importantly, back to herself. And what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. Because instead of letting that moment break her, she used it as fuel. The very thing that almost pushed her out of basketball became the reason she came back stronger, more focused, more locked in than ever before. And in 2024, everything flipped. South Carolina didn't just bounce back, they dominated. Game after game, they rolled through opponents like a team on a mission. And at the center of it all, Raven Johnson. The same player people were clowning just a year earlier was now helping lead one of the most dominant teams in the country. And when the dust settled, they were national champions. Let that sink in. From almost quitting to standing at the top of college basketball, and along the way, yeah, they got their shot at Iowa again. And this time, things ended very differently. But just when you thought the story couldn't get more full circle, it did. Because in 2026, the league made a move that nobody could ignore. The Indiana Fever were on the clock, and with the 10th pick, they selected Raven Johnson. Same franchise, same locker room. And yes, the same team as Caitlin Clark. The internet lost it. People couldn't believe it. The same two players tied to that viral moment were now teammates, sharing a court, wearing the same jersey. It felt scripted, like something straight out of a movie. And naturally, everyone had the same question. How is this actually going to work? Because let's be honest, sports,